Whew, what's going on, guys? This is the Cloud9 podcast, season 1, episode 22. This is going to be an all-focus LEC episode. So, if you did not get a chance to watch the previous episode of the Cloud9 podcast, so basically, I'm going to do a channel update video talking about all these different changes that are going to happen. I'm going to be basically doing what I said before. It's just basically going to be a lot more condensed down. So you get your split weekly recaps if the LCS and LEC regular seasons are going between spring and summer. Then, obviously, for the playoffs between an LCS spring split and LEC spring split, whenever it gets to playoffs for both regions, there will be a podcast episode just dedicated to the LEC. I think that's a lot more better and efficient when you're talking about just players of the LEC in general. But for the regular season, it's fine, just adding a LEC portion to the show, pretty much after it's over, That's pretty much it with that. So yeah, this is only going to be just for playoffs between spring and summer. So you won't be seeing a LEC dedicated focused episode in the regular season because that would be too much work, I know we experimented with that kind of before, but that wasn't really that. That was just more talking about an off season. So I don't mind having a LEC focused episode in an off season. So let's say a spring split ends, right? And then you talk about the LEC then. That's fine. Or talk about the power rankings going into a split, Those things are fine. But just generally for the regular season, no focused episodes for the LEC. I'd rather just combine it all together with the LCS, and I'll try to bring a bit more LEC stuff when it comes to the regular season. But overall, what did you think about this past split for the LEC, actually?
Oh, the split? I think I mentioned it. I said that this was one of the best competitive. None of the teams, all the teams really competed outside of Schalke due to, Schalke and SK due to their organization, mishandlings, I think. But I think the other 8 teams really competed, even it was a wire-to-wire race for the last spot. So that just shows that the whole LEC leveled up. G2 didn't get some G2, Mad, and Rogue. They got losses, so no one got easy thought Astralis is an easy dub. That didn't happen. Or Vitality is an easy dub. Vitality leveled up with a crazy roster move. Which I think they only kept Labrov at that point. So it was good. I think the region is growing. It shows that the talent is there. And the old guard / new guard is coming in with Mad and Rogue, just really solidifying. So overall, I think it was far superior to LCS by far.
Yeah, when I look at the LEC this year, I mean, there were other years where it was really, really competitive, but you pretty much just knew the outcome that G2 and Fnatic were going to win. That's why people kept saying that the LEC was just a 2-region team type of thing. Because, literally, it was G2 Fnatic, and then insert whatever team is going to be third. And that team is usually dog shit compared to, Fnatic and G2. That was the craziest thing. Which is, if you look at G2 and Fnatic in the past, the third-place EU team that always went was just substantially worse than, Fnatic and G2. But for this year,
outside of Misfits that one year.
But they were also not that good either. It was just Worlds that really showed it. They weren't that good. Because Fnatic beat the shit out of them most of that year too. G2 smacked them around, But at least the third EU team, at least you felt like they were sending at least a confident team. They could maybe be potentially upset some teams. Even last year, who was the third place team that they sent? It was G2, Fnatic, and Rogue was Rogue.
Rogue was Mad, Rogue, and
Fnatic and G2, yeah. So when I look at Rogue last year, even though Rogue was good for a certain portion of the split, there was a certain point where you knew they were just completely falling off. Mad Lions had a good start, they started falling off. That's just how I always saw it. Even the year that G2 made the World Finals back in 2019, remember how you had G2, Fnatic, and Splice? Splice was really bad compared to G2 and Fnatic. They weren't even close on the same level, So I mean, for me personally, I'm glad that EU now has potentially other orgs that can win. But to be fair, I don't just want that just to want that, though. If the other orgs aren't good enough to win, it doesn't matter anyway. I think people just wanted other orgs to win for the sake of other orgs winning. But it's like if they're not even good, it doesn't even matter because we're gonna send a bad team anyway. That's how I always saw it personally. I don't know about you, actually.
Uh, I mean, I uh, it's hard to say because you know the the talent has. I think the talent has kind of substantially increased. We're seeing the value of older players like Vander still good, Oldawamne still good. Um, I guess you could say in some regard, Nuke Duck sort of helped out XL. I'm trying to think of one more. Uh, we saw rosters, Roll Swap, and Whippo. I would say did above average for jungle. Not, I don't think excellent. So and we saw G2 a regression in G2. Like, I think
Yeah,
I think G2 is just not feared anymore. Like people are like, you know what? So what? You're G2. We can beat you.
yeah. Like it's so weird how Rogue and Mad Lions would lose to G2 in the regular season and then just beat them in playoffs. But that goes to show you why best of ones are such a stupid indicator of strength amongst these teams. It's just
Yeah.
so bad. At this point, why not just play best? I don't understand why they don't just play best of threes. Or Europe at one point for that one split did best of twos. At least give me more games on the day against the same teams to see who's actually better. Even if you're giving me best of twos, I'm as a viewer, I'm able to see like which is the stronger team at least at some point. Maybe like if someone gets like 2-0 or it goes 1-1. That's just how I personally see it. But the other thing someone brought up was like the average person will not be able to really like tell the level of gameplay. I mean, if you're looking based on a surface level, then yeah. I mean, most viewers are casuals. Let's be honest here. Most in any traditional sport, most people are casuals anyway, though. So like I'll give you guys this example because I know people like to use that argument. Oh, like, well, I mean, how would you know if you're like bronze or gold if fucking they're putting out the best level of gameplay? Look at the level of gameplay from Golden Guardians and look at the level of gameplay from TSM. Like, I don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist to know which team is better at that point, right? Even just having one or two better players obviously makes your team better. The same
True.
thing in EU. Like, take a team like Schalke, and then take a team like, I don't know, Misfits. Can you tell who's the better team? Do you need rocket science to prove that? Do I need to see 20 games of Schalke to know how good they are against like 20 games of Misfits? No. It's I guess if you're looking at it just a pure surface level analysis, sure, you're not really gonna know. But you can tell in their level of gameplay if you're really, really watching. That's just how I personally see it. It's super simple. Like, look, because I know a lot of people were super, super invested into like picking up like NA talent and shit. And like, I don't disregard people trying to pick up NA talent. My thing here with that is like, hasn't NA talent been significantly worse than the imports they've picked up? I mean, like, the teams that had NA talent this year all finished at like the highest was like 6th place. And that
True.
was only just because of like the other teams with the other veteran NA players just doing really, really bad. Like Dignitas, IMT, FlyQuest, and Golden Guardians all finished near the bottom of the standings, and you could literally clearly tell there was a big discrepancy in how they played the game and how good they were versus teams like EG, 100 Thieves, TSM, Cloud9, Team Liquid. Like, I didn't have to watch a ton of Golden Guardians games to know that they were not that much better than someone like Immortals. So it's not really about the level of talent you're investing in a roster. It's just more about you putting together good players and making sure they work together. Even EU try to play different players too, and then when and some of the orgs realized that they weren't really going to do well with those teams, so they simply just got rid of those players. We know that we had the whole XL situation with Checolad. You know, a lot of people are like, well, why did you get rid of Checolad? Wasn't he turning it on at the end of the LEC 2021 spring split? I mean, yeah, he was, but it's like, if you look at the beginning of the split, he played really bad, you know? But people say, oh, he's a rookie. Yes, that's true, but it's like, if he's not working with the team and doing well with the team and there's significant issues, you can't just keep a guy because you think his potential is going to be there, you know? It's not just a him singular situation, though. That goes into a team aspect. But to be fair, Excel did bring in, Advian and Marcoon, and, you know, they were really, really playing well for Excel. You know, Misfits started coming online. I like this LEC 2021 summer split. It was really, really interesting to watch. You know, it's crazy. Fanatic invested into a new top laner. If you read the amount of money they're paying this guy, right, you would think they're gonna get like second place in the split. They literally bought a new top laner and got the same exact place they had last split. That's just, if that's not karma, I don't know what the fuck is this shit, you know?
I mean, to be fair, I think they just didn't prepare for the last 3 games. If they won their last, like, at least 2 out of the 3, they would have done. They would have
got like 3rd place or something like that.
Right, so that's kind of unfair.
I don't know, man. That's just I think that's just a coincidence, though. They literally finished the exact same spot they finished last split. But to be fair, the Whipple role swap, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Like, seeing his gameplay, I mean, he's all right. Like, he's an all right jungler. But when you saw him go up against like established junglers who have been playing jungle for years in the LEC, or at least someone who was like an ERL player, and watching them come up through like watching the EU Masters scene like I do sometimes and seeing them play on the stage, there was a big clear discrepancy between Whippo and ex-jungler, you know? At a certain point, like, they got a lot of their wins when people just didn't know how to really, like, anticipate what he was really going to do in the jungle, like his pathing, how he was, like, team fighting and stuff like that. And then later on, as you saw the split progress, it just got worse for them because they just got figured out. I still think Upset, Hillisang, Niski, and Adam all played well. They all played great. You know, I have some of the players, you know, on my all-pro teams when I obviously go over them for you guys, but this man was over your dick-sucking Misfits so hard in our fucking split weekly recaps we were doing. Oh my god, this man was like, SK Gaming are gonna fucking win the split. You just don't know it, man.
I never said that. You're a dickhead. I never said.
Holy shit!
I never said that. This is some fake news shit here. I never said that. Be watching too much hot tub streams. I never said that.
I mean, one time I was streaming on my main YouTube channel. This man's over here linking us fucking girls twerking their asses off on Twitch and shit.
Yeah, because these filthy twats are. No, I don't even want to go there. I probably. They'd be like, you're being a man hater. Shut the fuck up, cunt. Like,
you can't criticize women because you're sexist.
Suck my dick.
I hate people like that. No, like, because, like, obviously you have to base your critique on someone's gender rather than their actual work of consecration.
Yeah.
Don't just love people in 2021.
Yeah, you can't have an opinion. Like, you cannot. The moment you give logic has become a hate. Like, you're hating. You gave a good reason. You're hating.
It's the craziest thing. I think we had someone in my comment section, or it was one of the videos where he was like, "Oh my god, dude, G2's gonna go to playoffs and prove you both wrong." I'm like, that could be a thing, right? That could be a thing. They could fix all their issues with Tinkerbell fairy dust, go into playoffs and win. That's in a hypothetical world that doesn't exist. Dude, this is what only... There's a lot of things that trigger me when it comes to League of Legends people when they talk. People, it's the same thing we went through with Fudge. Remember how we were doing the C9 Fancast this year before I stopped it, and we were talking about Fudge, it always got super heated, and like, I always made sure I said this though. He can improve. I want to leave that open. But if he's playing bad right now, I want to call that out. Because if that was any other player, you guys would be saying they're playing bad. It's like, people were like giving this guy a free pass because he was playing bad. It's like, I mean, he'll improve in like 6 months when it comes to summer split. You just don't know. It's like, first of all, we don't know that. He could literally regress. That's possible. And like, I'm not saying he can't improve. What we're saying is like, you have to be able to critique in the moment. And then if a player improves or the team improves, you go, okay, yeah, they're starting to improve. They're starting to get better. Two things could be happening at the same time, people. It's not mutually exclusive. I don't know where people get that from. I don't know where that comes from. Like, if James Harden is playing bad in a regular season of an NBA season, I say he's playing bad. And then if he plays well in playoffs, I say he's playing well in playoffs.
Playoffs.
That's how it works, you know? But what other team did we not talk about? Oh, Astralis, because I think Astralis is fine. They've improved a lot since the LEC 2021 spring split, but I think they need a new bot lane if they want to be a lot more competitive. Like, a lot of these bottom tier EU teams looked really, really competitive. I think if they actually get a few more changes to their roster in terms of a few upgrades, I think they'll actually be a lot more competitive. Like, I still don't think Leader was good, I'm being honest here, dude, but Team Vitality, they looked okay against Fnatic. You know,
stats don't lie.
Stats don't lie. This man's crazy. This man's nuts. What did you want to say about any of the bottom tier teams that we're not going to see anymore until the off season? We'll hear about them until the off season, though.
I expect SK to make some management moves because they was beyond poor management with between coaching and up. Like, yeah, you could say that. Yeah, the players perform bad, but if the environment is not properly established, it's gonna be hard. Look at CLG, for instance. Let's say we're gonna be on the lookout for Team BDS because they're taking up Goodbye Schalke. The Miracle one was probably the best highlight of.
You know what's so crazy about Schalke? They've had like maybe 4 or 3 splits in a row where they have consistently lost 10 games in a row, whether it be at the end of the split or the beginning of the split. This org was just all they didn't do anything for EU. They had some good runs.
They made a finals run, remember?
They made a finals. Other than that, I don't really think they ever did anything significant. You know, they built a few super teams. Those failed. They got Dylan Falco. That kind of worked. They finished 3rd place in that one year in 2019 where G2 and Fnatic were in the finals. Like, they had moments where you could see it coming together. But overall, that's if you're just looking at it purely in a vacuum. Like, this vacuum is, like, thin as fuck when they're trying to suck up this dust in your house. As a whole, they weren't that good. The organization just wasn't that good. They had massive drop-offs all the time. Sometimes they didn't even make playoffs, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're hit, all the points.
I don't know how to feel about Schalke half the time, but they're gone. They're done. SK Gaming... Jez's tanked their entire summer season. I don't know. Dude, hey man, I hope Trees goes back to being a support. I just hope he does. That's all I can pretty much say about SK Gaming.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the reason why I say I don't know is I think Lilip has potential. I think they went 2-2 with him, which again, why didn't they just do this from the beginning? That's what I'm saying. That's bad management. What are you going to lose by putting?
They didn't think he was LEC ready. Remember what they said?
That's bad management. That guy played pretty good.
Despite no one believing in him, he played all right. You know, he played all right. That's all they needed.
I mean, if I'm a player and I got that and someone gave me an offer, I'm leaving because that shows that you don't believe in me. That's not
like he's just a placeholder until they get someone better. I'd be like, deuces, motherfucker. I'm out.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to sound like I'm, saying that he's like the next Hillsang. We don't know. It's really only half a split he played, and he came in. Yeah, so to me, yeah, that's all I gotta say for SK. Gen X really showed that he can play other champions. He had really pop off moments.
I think Gen X can shine on a different team. I think it's about time he just leaves this org and goes to a better org. Hopefully,
he's gonna stay. He's like the franchise player. I think they just build around him. I mean, where's he gonna go? That's the problem.
That's the problem. Is like, is he better than the other top laners that we're gonna talk about soon? Yeah, that's the thing.
Yes,
maybe. Pure maybe here.
Yes, he is.
Who?
Is he better than Adam? Hell yeah.
I don't know about that.
You're on cocaine if you don't think that.
Wait, is that a new thing you just discovered? Like, what the fuck?
Come on, you don't think he's better than Adam? Stop.
I think right now he is, but I think Adam has a higher ceiling, honestly.
Look who Adam has around him, and look who Gen X has
No,
promise.
and that's fair too. That's why I said I think Adam has a higher ceiling, but right now I would say Gen X is playing better. Because like with Astralis and Excel, I mean they tried. I feel bad for Excel. Another split in a row. They don't make playoffs. Now they thought bringing in Nuke Duck would have obviously got them into playoffs. They brought that guy Denick over. That didn't work. They put in Markun and Advian. Like, I'm not going to say it didn't work, but they didn't make playoffs, and I could see them moving away from Young Buck after this split because they want to try a different managerial change, or management change, actually. I could see all these bottom tier teams making changes. Well, Schalke's not going to be here, so that's completely different new coaching staff and new players, too. So if you discount them, SK Gaming, keeping Genax and Treats, all the other players, I would say they're done. Excel, obviously you keep most of your roster except for Cries, because that guy is just not even a top laner. I don't know what he is.
Warren, better than you.
I mean, sure, I guess. you know what Cries is for a top laner?
He's a better Arome?
Shit, fuck. Well, if you're making it like that, if you put out like that, I mean, I guess, But I think Excel just need a new top laner, and I think they'll move away from Young Buck after the split. Like, you think Young Buck's gonna stay on here for another split, not making playoffs? Come on. That'd be crazy to think about,
I mean, where is he?
Where would he go?
He's won, to
be fair, he's won 6 titles before, So
I think he'd be a good fit for SK.
He'd be good for any team, actually. Well, except for the teams he's already coached, like G2 and Fnatic, because they wouldn't probably go back to him. But he could probably go to any of these orgs, and he'll be fine. Astralis, like I said before, just replace Jeskla and Promise Q. It's just not there. They're just not a good bot lane. White Knight, Zanzra, and Magifelix are great. And now we get on to the playoffs, actually. So before we go that, we're going to talk about our LEC 2021 Summer Split All Pro teams. I have them right here. Did you have like the teams or no? Or you just had the one?
I'm sure it's easy for me to come up with, so don't worry about that.
Okay, so my third team was Herit, Aloye, Niski, Karzi, and Lebrov. Not bad, right? I think Herit played good. Herit played good, but there were moments where...
Whoa, you have Herit on the third team?
You haven't seen my other top laners yet.
You have him on the third team? Like, what?
It was competitive. I'm saying it was pretty competitive.
Like,
yes.
I'm so triggered by what you just did right there.
It's only just here. You're fine with everything else except for that. Oh my god, really?
Oh my god.
He played good, right? But there was moments during the split where he just kind of wasn't. He just fell off, kind of. He wasn't as consistent. He wasn't as consistent as the other two people I've have here.
You're on.
You want to put Odo Wamne here?
Like,
okay, so who would you have for your third team, Warren?
White Knight.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you my third team. I need to just pull up the because this like it's way easier to do LEC than
LCS. You're picking out of the fucking trash bin or some shit.
So my third team is I'm gonna go with White Knight, Self-Made. In the mid lane I got VTO.
Mm-hmm.
Then bot lane I got Reckless because I think he was really consistent. He didn't overperform. He didn't underperform. And then for support, I'm gonna put probably Trimby.
Yeah, it was between Trimby and Lebrov for me. I just think Lebrov is just criminally underrated for how well he was playing actually during the split. Like because on Vitality, he got like no resources at all, him and Crownshot, and they actually performed good enough to get into playoffs.
Right. But that's my team. That is my team because the top laners, like if you like,
it was all competitive for me, dude. It was quite a bit of competitive top laners for the LEC. The only person that's spoiler Wonder's not here, guys. I'm sorry. G2 players, all of them just played bad. You know what I mean? I don't think I have one G2 player on here.
I have to put Reckless because I have to say that he was always consistent in all his games. Like you can't blame him for the losses, all the losses, and you can't say he didn't put up the numbers when he did his job. So I that's why I put him. I like
Second team I have is White Knight, Razork, Larson, Upset, and Kaiser. Pretty good, right? Pretty solid. Razork,
yeah.
he had a really strong start to the split, but then a lot of the Misfits players had that, though. They had a really good start to the split. Then the middle part was still fairly consistent. It was the ending where they started to fall off a little bit, you know? But in the playoffs, as it just faced Rogue, they're not a bad team. I think this is the issue with the Misfits players. They just got into their first best of 5. They hadn't actually been in a best of 5 yet with this roster. But Razork is still, I think there's a good chance he could win MVP one day if he plays just like he did for this past split. But I just didn't see that level of consistent MVP quality in him that would have probably had him at first place that I saw in the other guy that I have. Larson had a slow start. He started picking it up, and he became one of the best mids during the split. Upset, I mean, if he's not on anybody's team, you're fucking trolling at that point. That guy was just insane. Kaiser, he was also having a slow start, then later on picked it up good. White Knight put in so much effort on Astralis, it'll go down as such a tragedy. He was on Astralis, man. Like, this guy was just insane the whole split. So, that's my second place team. Second place team for you?
My second place team is I got this is hard because I want to put White Knight. Oh no, I put White Knight on the
third team.
Third team. So my second place team is I was gonna put Herod on the first place team because I really think he was the best performing top laner considering everything. But I put Herod. Okay. I don't know how you put Larson. That guy played like dog shit. Like
that was for like the first 2 weeks, and he picked it up hard when later on. Oh my god, Warren! Oh my god,
sure.
Do you need a hug, Warren?
I'm gonna put Magic because I'm putting Magic Felix over Larson. Sorry, like you might. I think Magic Felix really. If you don't have Magic Felix, Astralis doesn't even probably do.
You probably don't even get one win.
Get a winner. Like he really played, so I think we can agree with that. I would agree with Eliola. I didn't have actually Eliola and
he was on my third team. He played serviceably good enough, right?
Yeah, I think he
nothing
just played,
spectacular, nothing crazy.
Yeah. And then I have for jungler, I have Razork as well. I think he played well. Upset, and I'm gonna say I hate putting the same two people on because that's actually, you know what, Vander is highly underrated. Vander played really good. Well, no, that's two saying the same people. I don't like doing that.
Oh my god, Warren! Oh my god,
it's a
backtracking piece of shit.
I don't like doing that. Okay, it's because if I put, then it's like Herod is like, oh, you're a Misfits lover. Like no.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's kind of true.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I think because I can't put Kaiser second because he still played really good. Like the supports were really...
The supports were half and half this split for the supports, right? Because let me show all rosters here. Because like you had Promise Q, yeah, let's be honest, he ain't making shit. Advian came in too late, and I didn't see him making an impact on the team the same way the other guys did. Limit, come on, limiting his chances for employment. What the fuck? Mickey X, come on.
Okay,
dog shit. Dog terrible.
He played okay. So I got
Who else you putting here? You putting fucking Jezzes because he played a support?
I'm not putting Jezzes. Man, it's really tough. It's really tough. Like I have Upset, and then I just because then if I put. It's really tough. It's really tough, actually. Because Arma didn't play good in that much good top lane. Wonder didn't play that great. Like, I don't care what anybody tell me.
You're a hardcore G2 dick sucker if you put Wonder as your best top laner.
No, I didn't.
If anybody does that, you're high as fuck. Holy moly. Dude, people had Caps as their number one mid laner. And when I was reading on Twitter, I'm like, okay, dude, take that G2 dick out of your mouth. What the fuck?
Man, this is really tough. This is really
Okay.
tough.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'll say
You can have more than one player on the same team there. That can't be a thing.
I don't like doing that. I'm gonna say Hans Sama.
Did you wait for the second team? You said upset already.
No, I'm putting Upset because I don't think Fnatic does anything without Upset, so I'm gonna put him on the first team. Upset had really good stats, no matter what. That man, he's gonna be yeah. So I'm gonna put Hans. If you compared Hans Sama to like Upset has like okay people around him. I mean, Upset has okay people. Hans Sama has good players around him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll put Hans Sama, and I'll put
The supports are killing you.
Yeah, the supports are killing me. I guess actually I'll put Lebrov. Lebrov played really good. Like you said, Lebrov is underrated.
He just looks like a clown, so
Okay.
I'll put Lebrov on the second team.
Are you Warren?
Because he was the only one that stood out of the Vitality.
He did stand out. He stand out a lot. Like LeBron and Crownshot would get resources where Selfmade didn't even know bot lane even existed on the map for them.
Right.
He barely went down there. In games, I was like, why did he not play towards bot lane more? But first team, I have Broken Blade, Inspired, Humanoid, Hansama, and Hylissang. With every single thing Broken Blade had to deal with on Shuck, Hylissang played great this split, dude. He actually played really well. Hylissang played great. That to me, he played amazing this split. Like, even just this past week, he played great. This man's been popping off all split long. Last split, he wasn't on my teams. None of them. But this split, he definitely played great. I have to give credit where credit is due. Were you there? Did you jump off a bridge?
This guy is on cocaine.
Did you jump out of a bridge? Holy fuck!
This man.
My turn.
This man literally said Hylissang.
I mean, Hylissang, to me, played the best out of the supports during the regular season. He even played just amazing, just in the Fanatic Vitality. See that 1v9 play he did this past weekend?
The Broken Blade pick, like
I think out of all of the top laners, he had the shittiest situation, yet he was always consistently performing, moving around the map, winning his lane. He put up also great stats as well. And was he ever losing a ton of matchups too? Like, was he honestly the reason why his team lost? Never. But that's not a thing for that. Because I feel like in the worst possible scenario, he performed absolutely amazing compared to the situation he was given. And also, he was never a reason why his team was losing. And you could compare Broken Blade to every single top laner in the split. And, dude, on a better team, would he not be in an all-pro team?
I mean,
come on.
Jagenda first team, just saying. I'm kidding. I didn't.
If you had Jagenda, holy shit! Like, I challenge anybody. Go back and watch the games that Broken Blade played, and tell me he shouldn't be at least on an all-pro team in general. Maybe I valued his situation more. You could probably say that, but in that situation, if you're playing that well, this man's gonna be on a team. Now, Inspired, that should be anybody, right? I mean, he's probably the MVP, so that goes without saying. Let's be honest here. Mad Lions will not be as good without Humanoid. Holy shit, Mad Lions would look like crap without Humanoid. Hansama and Upset were interchangeable. You can switch them out if you want. Doesn't really matter. I think they both played really well. You know, I think it's fine for that. MIP?
Oh, I didn't do my team.
I don't care about you anymore. You picking Shigenda, your first place top.
I didn't have Shigenda. I'd say it was inspired from jungle. Basically the core, the mid to bot to jungle were the same, which was Inspired, Humanoid. Humanoid was pretty much. I think if you don't have Humanoid on that team, they don't make playoffs. To be, maybe Kaiser could carry, but
Humanoid is criminally underrated, dude. People just don't give this guy no credit. He's just, oh my god.
Yeah, he's underrated. I think every year he's literally leveled up.
Like, it doesn't also help him that in the G2 series he was getting absolutely railed.
I mean, they still won.
That is true. He was getting his ass railed in that series, dude. Holy shit. Crisco was...
You have games like that.
Dude, he was getting fisted by Caps in that series. That was just embarrassing.
So here's where it gets hard. Well, it's not hard. You do make a case for Broken Blade, but I gotta put Otawamne, man.
Broken Blade played better than Wonder. Broken Blade. Sorry, he can't play better than himself. Broken Blade played better than White Knight, Adam, Otawamne, White Knight, Armut, Hirid, Genax for sure, SOT, and Shiginda. Was he not a top-performing top laner this whole split? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, you could be.
Maybe I'm just fucking nuts. Cause I think Otawamne played good, but what was Otawamne a real core aspect of how Rogue won in general? He was good in team fights. Laning phase, he was alright, you know? Because I was going to put him on the third team, but I was like, no, Here played better than Otawamne did. So, you know, Otawamne was here. He was going to be on the third place team until I watched a few of the games again. And I was like, no, I think Here played better than him, honestly. In some of the games, right? I mean, it's all preference and subjective anyway, but, you know. Do you need a hug?
I mean, you bring up a good point. Yeah, so I guess I'll go with Broken Blade then, and then...
I mean, you don't have to do it for me. You can always pick SLT and Shiginda, man, if that's what you want to go with.
I was trolling with SLT.
If you want to pick Adam, man, you're fine. Adam also played well. He had a great first 3 weeks, and then completely started playing... I don't know, he started eating some French baguettes, and he just started going off the rails. Some shit. I don't fucking know what happened to him.
Yeah, he had a... Yeah, I don't know what that... I don't know. I don't know what happened.
A case of fresh Bwipo dick in his ass or some shit, because he looks really solid for like 3 weeks straight. I'm like, this guy's gonna be like almost MVP on my all-pro teams. Week 4 hit, and I was like, shit. What the fuck happened here? You know.
Yeah, you're right. You actually make a good case for Broken Blade when you think about the situation and how he did. And do they get even any wins without him? I don't think so.
That's even worse. The thing, they only got 3 wins, and did those 3 wins not come from Broken Blade on like GP? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I have Hylissang. So.
This man was trolling me over here when I put Hylissang as my best support in the split. This man was railing on me, guys. I'm just saying, like, I will definitely call out bad play from Hylissang when people always overrate him. Like, I'm like, well, he played bad in the spring, but in the summer, I thought he played great, honestly. And even, he was more impactful than Bwipo in a lot of the games. Him and Upset were a core reason why Fnatic started out really, really well. I know people are going to say Bwipo, fuck no, you're high as hell. I question if some people actually watch these games or some shit. But, time to talk about the playoffs, actually. Almost, because we're going to do our MIP and MVP. I'm pretty sure MIPs are the same, right? White Knight?
Yeah, wait. I mean, it was tough between White Knight and...
Nuke Duck?
White Knight and Magifelix.
But I didn't see that. I already saw Magifelix is good last split, actually. But that was just me personally.
Yeah, it's basically White Knight. Everybody else... Like, yeah, I'd say White Knight.
You were gonna put Crown Shot in there?
No, not at all. No. That'd be stupid.
I'd be smoking some hard crack if that was gonna be the case. Right, who is your LEC 2021 Summer Split MVP? Mine is Inspired.
Humanoid.
Good enough for me. That's pretty good. I'm pretty sure if you guys have actually watched the LEC 2021 Summer Split regular season, I mean, Inspired was just a core reason as the reason why Rogue were even first place, let alone almost got all their wins. This past weekend, where he was playing up against Misfits, should also be an indicator of how valuable he is to Rogue. And everything I just said could literally just apply to Humanoid. You know? Humanoid is also a big reason why Mad Lions did as well as they have been doing for the past, 3 splits in a row. You know, he's also one of the biggest reasons why they won last split, too. But... now it is time to go over the best of 5s. Well, in EU there was only 3 of them. Were they all bangers? Depends on how you look at bangers, actually.
I mean, the only one that was a beatdown was the one that we thought was gonna be a best of 5, but it turned out to be 4 games only. So
Yeah, like, realistically, G2 should have won Game 3, right? They should have won Game 3. That should have been a best of 5. That should have been 5 games, but, you know, it turns out their brains just fucking turned off and shit. Alright, guys, let's go over to this, actually. Alright, so let's go to this. Alright, now, so the first best of 5 was between Rogue versus Misfits. I got all my predictions right, except for the Mad Lion series. But it's okay. It's okay, guys. Alright, so series kicks off. Rogue end up taking game 1 pretty convincingly. We'll run down the drafts as well. You know, look at how amazing this draft is between Rogue and fucking Misfits. Alright, dude. So what did you think about Misfits during this series, actually? Because they actually showed up in a pretty big way, because most people thought it was going to be a 3-1. I predicted 3-1, actually.
they did like Rogue did a TL to hear it. Like, they camped this guy like he was nobody's business, man.
Inspired, like, he didn't even pitch a 10. He pitched, like, fucking forts and was just ready with fucking sniper rifles to take him out.
Got an army bunker waiting for the nuke to, after the nuke game, like, pick up the dead bodies. Like, this guy was just waiting. They played good. I mean, they showed that they could hold their own for a team that, like, you gotta remember, the only person that Misfits got rid of Danik, right? I'm trying to think of somebody else. Who was in the mid lane before? Febabin?
Yeah, it was, actually.
So, like, this is their first real best of 5, and they went up against the top team and took them to a best of 5. I think they should. I mean, yeah, they lost, and I know they're feeling probably bad, but, like, you just literally almost knocked out the number 1, send the number 1 team to the lower bracket. Like, that's something to be.
Otawame was just clapping that ass, but Tom Kinch is so fucking broken. Holy shit.
Talking about it's a good champ.
True. This game, it was all Rogue in this game. Obviously, Larson was on fucking Lucian, and, you know, this game was... Misfits was getting the asses handed to him. But, let's talk about game 2, actually. So, did you like this draft out of Misfits? They took the Lovers bot lane. They actually did pretty well this game with Xayah and Rakan. I honestly thought, when I was watching this best of 5, that they would constantly take Xayah and Rakan, because, like, teams don't have priority on Xayah and Rakan right now. So, I think that could be a good thing they could use against Fanatic when they face Fanatic on Friday, actually. But, what do you think about this draft, actually?
That's fine. It has... This is true. This is a true pick comp. You got Camila.
Oh yeah, this is a true pick composition right here.
Like, I mean, I wasn't even trying to sound funny. Like, it's a, like, you got LeBlanc that can flank.
You were throwing that TSM shade. Fuck you.
Yeah, I might be, but at least I'm a real fan, not an elephant dick sucker.
How do you suck elephant dick? How?
Because it's so long that they just can't stop sucking on it.
Dude, we should probably one day, I know we don't talk about Reddit on here, we have to have a video where we just go and venture into the TSM subreddit, and actually, while we're there, we just fucking do drugs as we read terrible TSM subreddit takes, dude.
Yeah, it's some horrific takes, like, I don't know. I really don't know, so.
Okay, so, overall for this best of 5, I think it was good that Misfits showed up to take down Rogue. Now, Rogue also showed some vulnerabilities during this best of 5, where if they don't have the most advantageous laning matchups, they can be kind of slow to the play. Also, what I really liked out of Misfits is they had really good objective control during the series. Now, VTO, I wasn't really feeling his level of gameplay, mostly in the split and mostly during this best of 5. He was pretty irrelevant in this best of 5, if I'm gonna be honest here. I didn't really see him playing that well. Now, it is his first best of 5, so be as it may, you know, he was definitely not playing good. You know, he was on a lot of the counter matchups against Larson. He just didn't play well at all. You know, I think Vander showed up in a big way. I think Kabe showed up in a big way. Razork also wasn't playing that good either. I think a lot of people just failed to talk about him. He had a lot of mistakes during this fucking series. So I saw Euphoria earlier this morning, and Dracos and Kadril were like, how like Hero did not play that well because fucking Rogue was giving a lot of openings. I don't know if I'll say that. I mean, what do you think about how Hero played during this best of 5?
The man got camped. Are they on cocaine?
Half of the best of 5 he got camped. Most of the best of 5 he was like literally fighting 3v1 the whole fucking game.
Literally, there was like highlights where this man got was like 2 people would come and he still get a kill. Like like sorry, Kadril, I'm sorry that you've never been to a best of 5 and you're salty. Sorry, bro. Sorry to tell you what a real best of 5 player is.
Dude, I swear, people go back and watch that video. They were like, how was Hero getting away with this? You mean the man that literally survived getting gangbanged half the best of 5? What? What are you talking about? I mean, okay. Hero created so much pressure for Misfits during this best of 5. He was split pushing very well. He laned very well, given his fucking situation where he was literally having a fort of army guns ready to fucking snipe his ass every single time he came to lane.
With the casters. If it was Wonder doing this, they'd be like, Wonder is a god. Look at him 2v1, or Ottawamne. Look, it's like, come on, the bias is just so damn disgusting. The man, like, literally, like, go look through all the videos. Look how many times he had, like, he got a kill when he shouldn't have, when they should have got. Like, that's good play.
Remember how he got that 1v2 trade on Fiora in this game? In this game too.
Yeah, he got it on Jace and he got it on Fiora. Like, what do you want him to do?
This man took the Fiora in a best of 5. He was like, I can beat Ottawamne at this. Look at this. Look at that. Dude, that shit was fucking fun. Got Dracos, Kadril, you guys do a great job. But let's be honest here. Herit played great this best of 5. He was the best player for Misfits this whole best of 5. Are we crazy here? The amount of pressure Rogue took their kitchen sink, their car, their fucking house, and threw it at him. And he was like, okay, cool. I mean, fuck it. I guess we'll just have to fucking split push or take solo lanes in order to create pressure. He tried, and that's the best thing I can respect about a player like that, is that you're put in a bad situation and you try. Is that not all you can ask for? Because, like, there could have been any other top laner in this best of 5 beside him, and they would have choked their balls off. Because, I don't know, man, the first best of 5s Fudge was in, he was choking hard. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know. But anything else? Fridge. The fudge factor was not kicking in back then. That was what Warren said. It was the fridge. The fridge factor. So holy fuck. All right, so everyone talked about this series because Inspired, with this best of 5, became the very first LEC jungler to get a pentakill. Actually. So the EULCS/LEC has been running since 2013. There has been no jungler with the pentakill until this best of 5. That is nuts to think about.
I mean, I guess that Inspired is Polish, so I guess Poland produces the best, because Yanko is Polish too.
Yeah, that guy's won the shitload of MVPs too. Holy shit. Yeah, hear it on Jace. He created so much pressure. Like, this guy just doesn't get any credit. I was like, this guy's got to be on my all-pro team.
Can you pull up the 2v1 Can you pull up the 2v1 he had in the
Fiora matchup?
No, with Jace. He got a kill on Jace.
Oh yeah, because I did the highlights reaction to the series. He was playing great. Let's see. Okay, so he doesn't have a kill yet, so it's probably about right here. Drafting phase, yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, look at this. Like, come on, are you see? Like, he literally has no.
Oh, look how fast reaction that was. We have to put that again. That was so fucking sick. All right, so lands up that. Ottawamne goes in, knocks him back instantly. Then realizes, fuck it, I can kill that guy with all landing him. Gets the lane trade back. The wave resets right there because there's no one there. If that's not good gameplay to some of you people, I can't help some of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, all right. I don't get it.
All right, and also at this part of the game, this is when Inspired got his pentakill. So let's play that. Yeah, this is right where he got it.
Do you want to know why? Nobody had heal reduction.
And Viego's just a broken ass champion.
Check their items right before they go into that fight.
Also, the target selection was bad too. Like, why wasn't anybody hitting Inspired? Like, there's 3 of them right here. Kabe's focusing on someone he can 2-shot, right? And then he gotten fuck, dude. Holy shit, man. Kabe's brain just leaked out of his...
Check their items before that. Like, can you see the items before that fight?
I'll go right and check it right now. Keep going. Okay, let me pause it right
I'll
here.
pause it right there. Where do you see any heal cut on any of those people?
I don't see shit. I see more damage they're putting in. Gore Drinkers, Sterix Gauge, Zonya's.
Can you pull up the do they show the items one more time before that fight?
Let me see right now. I'm pretty sure they do right here, or they probably show them afterwards. Yeah, they show them afterwards right here.
Right here, where do you see any heal cut on?
They're fully decked out on items at that point. They're all fully done.
Nobody has any heal cut. That's why I don't get why nobody has a grievous wounds, a thorn mail, a chem punk, rusher, oblivion orb, nothing. If they had that, he doesn't get that pentakill.
That's so crazy. Like, do you think that was them just potentially overthinking the situation, or them thinking like they could just outplay it? Because
they probably think they could have outplayed it, but the thing is, if you don't have heal cut, and they had no one to stun them, it's well.
Oh, see, my thing here is, I mean, the problem with Rogue, as I see, is that if a team like Misfits can bring them to 5 games, are you really confident in them just winning the split? I think they will win the split because everyone else is playing that much worse, but I don't know. Maybe this best of 5 was a huge wake-up call, but also you have to factor this in. It's been 2 weeks since they've actually played a best of 5 too.
They had time to prepare, and remember, Rogue picked Misfits.
That's also, yeah, that's true. You're right. Rogue did choose them. And then Misfits showed up in a way that I didn't think was possible. And oh my god. I don't know. I think Kabe was a little bit too aggressive right there. He should have kited way more than that. I don't get why they're getting that close.
They have no mana.
Okay, what do you, Tyler, want at this? Oh my god.
No, they don't have Tyler. What are they gonna do if they have no? They have no.
They should have. I think at that moment they greeted for a lot more than what they knew they should have gotten. They literally, the problem here with that team fight is no one really looks at it this way. They already won it by literally killing 4 people at the top of their 3rd tier top tower. They should have just left Viego alone, healed up, reset the map. That's what they should have did. But that shows a lack of understanding of knowledge in that situation because they haven't been in a best of 5 yet on a competitive level as this roster has. Okay, so this was the G2 versus Mad Lions game. When I was watching this, I was like, oh god, the first part of the map is going great. Fucking, they're doing dives and shit. They're beating up Mad Lions. Like the good old days, right? So, Warren, what do you think was the biggest reason why G2 didn't win against Mad Lions?
They're old.
Okay, Warren, their hands aren't falling off.
They're an ordinary team. They're not like the
special G2 like in the past.
Yeah, Shocks isn't their entire team. She's, and I mean,
what the fuck? Is that how you do it? Is that how you do it, man?
No, for the ladies, I go.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Maybe you can go do that to Frost Garen, man. That's there for
you, it's it's a vagina. As long as it's not a penis, I'm okay.
So in this game against Mad Lions, G2 are actually winning. So you're thinking, okay, if they win this game, they're in a prime position to obviously, win the rest of the series. So I'll say this. Caps played really well against Humanoid. Caps was just fisting Humanoid in his ass. Humanoid's ass was gaped as fuck after this series, after Caps was beating the shit out of that guy.
NA after this, I'll tell you that.
What makes you say that?
ASM Caps.
Okay, this guy's trolling. Okay, so Wonder played bad this fucking best of 5. He was, I don't know what game he was playing. He sure wasn't playing League of Legends. I don't know what he was doing.
TFT.
He was playing WoW competitively on the States.
He was playing Burning Crusade.
Oh my god. So, Caps played really well on LeBlanc. So this game, it's just a few things go in G2's way, they win this game. My issue here is Reckless could have did a bit more than what he was showing in team fights. Mad Lions are the best team fighting team in EU. That is should not be questioned. They are the undisputed best team in EU when it comes to team fighting. Just team fighting. Because they're always getting in situations, more or less so, where you can see them fighting their way out of it. It doesn't always happen, but you can see it more or less so in games where they're not exactly losing them, but they have a control of the game as well. And I know a lot of people were talking about this game. Let's be honest here, they weren't like that far down. They were only down in kills. They were like 2,000 gold down in general. Caps did well on LeBlanc, but he exerted pressure in just trying to go for kills when he should have been trying to split push a lot more, because no one was going to challenge him in a side lane. Let's be honest here. Who's challenging that LeBlanc in a side lane? You think Humanoid's challenging him? All he's got is a gold card. And also, the team fighting, look at what Mad Lions just did there. Wonder's just walking in to die. Caps just leaped in and did nothing.
I mean, he is. The problem is Divine Sunder. Like, again, the items may matter, right? Like, like look, like they have Divine Sunder. They have.
That flash gold card was so good. That flash gold card sealed it.
Can you look at Karzi's items?
Yes, sir.
Just go back.
Go back a little bit. Right, is it right there?
Yeah. So that's 2 Divine Sunders hitting you. I mean, Mundo's gonna. Even though Mundo's a tank, he needs more items so that he can take the beating. And then you got Nar. You got Nar with the armor, and then you got Xin Zhao. It's like there's a lot of damage coming at that guy. So that's why I don't think that. I think the Ezreal was a good pick. I think Ezreal. I think honestly Ezreal should be picked more because a lot of teams are looking to dive and attack the backline. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm only bronze 1.
Yeah, sure, man. We're plastic 4. What are you talking about? Yeah.
No, we're carbon dating 15.
So
like SRO wood 55.
we're just not shit. We're just fucking carbon.
By the
we're
way,
carbonated soda. That's what we are.
If any of you guys are an SRR front, man, you need to find a rope and solo and call yourself solo, hang yourself. That's what you should do. Okay.
Back to G2. So, what do you think about G2? Do you think they can bounce back in their matchup coming up this week? Actually,
I mean, I don't want them to make worlds.
Oh my god. But do you just think Reckless was just not the right pickup stylistically for them? I don't know what to say.
Think the thing is, this is a perfect example of like,
you could pick a good player, but it doesn't matter sometimes if he doesn't stylistically fit with the team, right?
Right. Like honestly, who could they have picked? Who would have been a better
Upset?
Upset would have been like pretty. Like I think Upset would have been pretty good and consistent and like
willing to go further than Reckless, because like Reckless does just play way too safe in team fights. He just does it. I don't know, like it's a thing he's never really been able to overcome. Sometimes he's not passive. He's just passive in ways where an ADC shouldn't, like diving in the back line, going in, maneuvering, dodging skill shots, using your flash at the last minute where you could fucking dodge the skill shots. You know, like he put up an impressive game during that game 3, and that game was close. Like G2 having a LeBlanc that far ahead should be able to win that game. That's a game where that's a tilter right there. You're like, fuck, okay, we're definitely dog shit. This game was game 4, obviously. Armut picked Wukong. Armut actually has a 100% win rate on Wukong, and Aloye is like, you know what, I'm gonna go top lane and destroy Wonder, because Wonder's been playing pretty bad this best of 5. So I don't know, dude. He did get a trade back kill, but doesn't matter. Like I explained before, getting those trade back kills with Jace doesn't matter, because you have to be in a pushing position to make sure you're getting the full utilization out of Jace. If you are gone, you are not getting the waves, you're not getting the pressure down on the tower, on the enemy champion to really sufficiently utilize Jace. It doesn't really matter if you... But that's just me. Oh my god. Are you having sex with fucking a dog?
No, I meant to yawn and I forgot to mute. Sorry, guys. I really meant to yawn.
Christ. I'll say this. I have seen Mordekaiser picked more. I have seen Rail picked more. I think Mordekaiser's always a pretty good dueling top laner. Even when I play top lane, I love playing Mordekaiser.
Listen, Mordekaiser is for Wood 55. You don't... You're not gonna see Mordekaiser, and you don't see that many. Now, granted, I was tracking the pros, and I noticed that Adam, because I watched. This is for anybody out here tracking the pros. I'm not trying to, advertise for the channel. Tracking the pros is a as a solo queue, and it's just basically replays, and you watch the pros, and you get to vote on which matches you get to see, depending upon if you're a sub or follower. And I was watching Adam; he was playing Mordekaiser, so I don't know if maybe he has that lined up for. I mean, Mordekaiser is a good champion. The problem is if you pick Mordekaiser, Gwen just makes Mordekaiser not a champion.
That's true. That is definitely 100% true.
So, like, you have to either ban the Gwen, or also I think Jax is a good matchup for him as well. So it really depends. But I mean, Mordekaiser is not a bad champion. It's more like you have to fight into him. Like, you're not initiating, and he's good for objective control. So, you know, as much as I was making fun of the champion, he is a good champion. It's just you have to fight into him. You're not the one initiating because he really doesn't have an engage. And
his E's an engage, right? The pullback. That's all he has.
I mean, it's an engage, but it's not like a Gnar where it can,
yeah.
like can hop and do. I mean, his ult is really game impactful because let's say it's if you take the carry into the Shadow Realm with you, it's like you just took away all of their damage. So, I mean, I don't know.
Like, he's
we'll
good
see.
if you want to, like, isolate a supporter AD carry and kill them, but what if your team's not good at being... What if the other 4 champions you have on your team is not as good as the other 4 champions on the enemy team? That could be a bad thing. You know, it's just one of these things where I have seen more Mordekaiser picked in the LPL a little bit. I saw a few teams picking it. I mean, it makes sense to pick it in some matchups, but not every matchup. We also saw Rel coming out more, too. I was like, wait, why did people stop picking Rel? Like, did she just get nerfed?
It's the same reason why people had stopped picking mages. They thought Akali and Viego and Akali, Viego, and Silas, and maybe some. I think. Oh, who was the other champion? LeBlanc.
Yeah, like, dude, now people are picking, like, Syndra, Victor.
Ori, Azir.
Yeah, like, mages are always gonna come back. Like, people need to understand this, though. Mages will always be competitively viable because of the utility and consistent damage they bring. Like, you could have a Victor that's, like, 0-10. Chaos Storm, a late game, is gonna eat someone alive, you know? It's just how it is, you know?
I like to...
Okay. Okay. But that's pretty much it for this best of 5. There's not really much more I can say. I just hope G2 win their next best of 5. I don't think they can win the split. I'm not saying that, but hopefully they can make it to Worlds. That's all I'll say. Because Mad Lions and Rogue locked Worlds 2021 with winning their best of 5s this past weekend, and that would have been great for G2, having a rough year and then making Worlds. I think that would have salvaged it, right? But it's out of the last remaining teams. You have Misfits, Fanatic, G2, and who else, right?
Misfits, Justice is gonna say Genetic.
Oh my god,
Genetic. I was combining Gen X with Fanatic. I don't even know how it goes. Like, sometimes it's Misfits, Fanatic, and G2. That's the only 3. So it's funny. So 2 things can happen. Misfits could surprise, and the 2 old guards it'll be the first time they don't make Worlds.
But this is the first time one of them won't, though. This is will be the first time one of them for No, because what's weird is that it would be crazy to not see Fnatic and G2 at Worlds, because Fnatic has missed Worlds before, back in 2016, right? But whenever G2 came into the league, outside of 2016, they've went with G2 every single year to represent with G2, right? As, like, the best orgs from EU, right? This is one of the first years you will see not G2 nor Fnatic competing at Worlds, because Mad and Rogue have already locked it. So it's just pretty much like, whoo.
Same thing like in NA. Only one team's gonna make it.
Either TSM or Cloud9 is not making it again. That's crazy to think about. But I don't know. It depends. Like, who looked better in their best of 5s this past weekend beside G2 and Fnatic? You know, outside of just those 2 teams alone, who looked better to you? Okay, Warren.
Mad.
No, who looked better in their losses? G2 or Fnatic?
Oh. Fnatic.
You think Fnatic looked better, actually?
Fnatic has a
pretending jungler, actually, like you said.
A transgender jungler. And then you have Niski, I don't know. Fnatic. Well, I don't mean to rag on them, but like, yeah, they did because in all honesty, like the Vitality showed up against
See, like everyone
Loco in
praised
that series.
because like
Anyway, so.
everybody praised Misfits for showing up against Rogue. Vitality showed up in a massive way against Fnatic. Like you said, Vitality was gonna do. I was like, I don't know, man. I still got it. I mean, I still got my prediction right, but I was like, there's no way they're gonna beat Fnatic. But I didn't think it was gonna be like this close and convincing. You know, I wasn't a huge fan of the Naka composition because I just don't think like Team Vitality is a good enough team to be pulling off like something like that. But it is a pretty easy composition to pull off with just knockups and Yasuo. You know, Leader did make a lot of those 1v1 confrontations close. Adam picking his signature Olaf pick. So what did you think about this best of 5 between Fnatic and Team Vitality?
This guy needs to stop with his solo Q pick. Like, stop it, dude.
Hey, he almost got it, but then he did almost get it.
No, like it's stop it with the solo Q pick. Like I get it. You dumpstered the ERLs, but like there's better counter picks. Like why not put Adam on Aurelia or cause she scales, or put him on Camille cause she scales. Like we've seen him play Camille. Like it's a shit matchup, but even if like he still outscales and you do so much damage. Like there's like Munder. Man, I'm combining some names today. Munder, Fanatics. Like wow. I must have a lot on my mind.
Holy shit! Thinking about how Fnatic is not making Worlds 2021. Just saying.
I need listen. Just like you, I love the icons. So.
Hey man, I need my G2 icon. I need my Cloud9 or my G2 icon. I'm getting one of them. Or I'm getting both.
You're not getting either, and I'm gonna laugh.
Oh my god. Okay, so this best of 5 went down several different ways. Team Vitality would stomp one game. Fnatic stomped the other. Vitality stomped Fnatic. Fnatic stomped Team Vitality. And then game 5 is when Fnatic were like, okay, let's actually
let's go to Western shit.
But like, dude, this best of 5 does not give me confidence in Fnatic either. And like, wait, didn't Adam catch COVID too, or some shit like that?
Yeah, he caught COVID. Nobody else did.
So they had to play with him in like another room or some shit.
Yeah, they've had to play on LAN. So he's gonna be quarantined for like quite some time. Because
oof, yeah, that's a problem.
If they make Worlds, that's another problem right there. Because hopefully, I don't know, man. That's a tough situation. So, but I mean, this is why I said that the LEC leveled up. Because remember, last split, Vitality ended 5-13, and this time they ended, I think it was 8-10, and. They ended 8-10, and they got a playoff berth, and they took Fnatic to a. So their rebuilding is. This split has been the best rebuild. I think they have good pieces. I think now that they've played together, I could see this team being a bigger
threat next split.
I could see this team taking the spot of Fnatic in 5th place to 4th.
Really? So that means you think Fnatic go up or down?
I think Fnatic's going down a little bit, honestly. I mean, I prefer Bippo in the top lane, but, you know, he wants to keep his job, and I gotta respect the man, and, like, he's still, like, outside of the gate. I think they went 1-4 in their last 2 weeks. Outside of that, because they beat Schalke, they should have ended a little bit better. That's a huge jump. You remember, he's going up against Bippo's going up against Self-Made, Inspired, Razork.
Yeah, a lot of competition there.
Even Zanzara, you can say, is a pretty
Self-Made. Self-Made lost this series, but I know they have some sort of a rivalry with each other. Self-Made beat the shit out of this dude in a lot of these games, man. It wasn't even close. He did well in the Lee Sin pick, because, I mean, if you're at the pro level, you know how to play Lee Sin really well, but Self-Made played great this
not everybody,
best of 5.
Not everybody, man.
I mean, I couldn't play Lee Sin. You want to see that shit? That shit is trash.
I mean, you are trash.
Oh, thank you, Warren. So nice. If I ever get married, I'm never coming to you for advice. Holy shit.
No, you don't.
I can't please my... Hey, man, I can't please my wife. Well, you should probably just go fucking kill yourself. I was like...
You're never gonna get married, so...
The heck? I can get ladies every day. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sure.
See, look at that shit. Why would these two be right here next to a Fed Mordekaiser?
This is what I mean. You see that they're trying to fight him. He's not trying to fight them.
Yeah, but Team Vitality always looks for fights. They don't really know how to step off.
They have the Yamato Cannon philosophy that from 2018. I don't give a fuck. We're just gonna play our game. Sorry.
Does he even sound like that? What the fuck? But I think that's Team Vitality's problem too. My problem with Team Vitality was that. Hell? What?
I mean, honestly, Adam has this really small champ pool, dude. It's been.
All he has is Olaf, Camille, Renekton.
Set.
Yeah, 4 champions, right?
Mundo.
5. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. My thing with Team Vitality is that they're always looking to fight. They're never looking to set up any level of macro, set up any level of, side lane push. They just want to fight so much, they forget everything else. Their motto is fight first, macro, what the fuck is that? Throw that shit out of the window. What is macro? What the hell? Shigenda is doing his best cosplay of Cries, but on a decently better team.
I think they need to stop the EU Jace. It's terrible.
But NA Jace is the meme. EU Jace is not a meme.
I mean, Hooney's Jace is still good, so... I mean, here that's not fair. Here it has the best Jace. It's so funny because all the Koreans seem to have the best Jace. Kirin,
yeah.
Hooney, Khan, Keen,
Oh no, man.
That's not racist. That's just facts. That's just facts.
I heard they're pretty good at playing Jace. So, all right, dude, we're not gonna see Team Vitality anymore until we'll hear about them in the off season, but we're not seeing them anymore until next year. Anything you want to say about them?
Maybe they get rid of Crown Shot. I don't know about Leader because again, I think his stats will speak for him, and I'm sure they came there with the draft. And he's not like the assassin player. He did step up on some mages. I think overall for the second half they played really well, and this is what I was saying about the teams leveling up. I wouldn't be surprised if Astralis had took Fanatic to a best of 5. Well, I don't actually know. I don't think they would have. I think it would have been 3-1.
They would have won half of one game and then lost the rest of them.
Yeah, I think Vitality was the real dark horse team. But yeah, I think. I
mean, they can end their season with their head held up high. They had pretty much 4 new players come in, and then they swapped out the top laner to bring back Shigenda, and then you also have in them dealing with all these new players, and they might have to deal with all of those problems, and they pretty much got it together. The last week, they won 3 games, and they brought Fnatic to 5 games. I mean, I wasn't not going to say that last week, but, I don't know. Was the Fnatic just playing that bad, or was the Vitality playing that well? You never are going to know anyway, but time to move on and actually talk about the playoffs as we're moving forward. Time to do our predictions. Then we're going to be heading out of here, actually.
Old sweaty.
Old sweaty?
I said balls sweaty.
Balls sweaty. Okay, Warren, I'm sorry you have dick on your mind.
Oh, no, my balls are really sweaty.
Okay! Thanks for letting me know that.
You're welcome. I like to be really
open with how I feel, yeah.
With my chat.
Okay, so the first best of 5 on Friday is Fanatic versus Misfits.
Ooh.
Shit. Oof.
Rough one.
Both had 5-game series. Both looked pretty good / bad. Was it crazy if I say Misfits are going to win 3-1?
No.
But it'd be crazy if I didn't say that, right?
Either way, the series can go either way.
Oh, my
series
fuck.
Series can go either way.
Dude, that's the narrative right there. If Fnatic defeat Misfits, Fnatic gets to face G2 on Sunday's matchup. El Clasico to see who goes to Worlds.
And if Misfits win, it's they can make Worlds, but G2 it'd be like I don't think Misfits has beaten G2 in a best of 5 in playoffs.
Since 2018, remember? 2018 summer was the last time they beat them in playoffs. It's been a while, actually.
been a while. So, this is my gut instinct wants to say
My
Fanatic.
gut is telling me Misfits, but my heart is saying Fanatic.
Yeah. Ah, man, this is a. So let's see.
I'm going Fanatic 3-2.
Let's do it lane to lane.
Okay.
Is Hear It better than Adam? Hell yes. Come on, let's stop. Like unless you think
you think it's that much of a landslide between them?
Okay, you give me your opinion.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Whippo versus Razork. All right, next lane.
Next. I'd say Niski is a little bit better than.
A little bit better. There's a pretty big gap right there between those two.
Kabe and Vander have been pretty good.
But Upset and Hylissang, I don't know, man.
I think it edges out that I think Vander's better than Hylissang.
Really?
Look who he has next to him.
I mean, they're not a bad bot lane, but I think
no. What I mean is Kabe is like the I'm not gonna call him dollar store reckless. That's insulting. Like,
I mean, dollar store is sneaky.
He's like this. Like, if you had to sub in somebody, I would sub in Kabe for reckless. Like,
no, I don't disagree. I think Fnatic's bot lane has a lot more pop off moments that people notice, but Misfits bot lane generally does pretty well, or at least at worst they're going even. I'll say Fnatic win 3-2. Because I gotta have that G2 versus Fnatic storyline on Sunday. I gotta have that shit.
You know what? I'm gonna go off of. If I go off of recency bias,
they both had sloppy best of fives.
But I'm gonna go with the team that got picked first. Remember?
Okay, guys. Warren is basically saying he's picking Misfits.
I'm gonna pick Misfits only because, like, if it wasn't for that game should have continued if they just backed off of Viego. We would have seen I don't know. It's hard to pick because the team seemed kind of like
on even footing.
Even like it's like it's like you can't really go wrong. Like I can't.
I mean, I'm pretty sure no one on Misfits is gonna run into a Mordekaiser Fed just to give up 2 free kills. Act like they're playing a fucking farm simulator or some shit.
I'll just say Misfits.
I'll say Fnatic win 3-2. I think it's gonna be a best. I think it's gonna go all 5 games. All right. Mad versus Rogue, the rematch of the LEC 2021 Spring Split Finals. Rogue win?
No, actually, I'm gonna go with Mad.
Mad Lions win 3-1. I'll say that. I'll say Mad Lions win.
No, I think
Mad Lions looked better in their best of 5 against G2 than Rogue looked better in against their best of 5 against Misfits.
I think Rogue's gonna drop down, lose, and then come back and beat them in the finals.
All right, I'll say Fnatic win 3-2, Mad Lions win 3-1, and
then we have to wait for the winner.
We have to predict. It's easy. We have to predict it this 2 ways. So if Misfits beat Fnatic and they face G2 on Sunday, who wins between those 2?
I say Misfits. I'm sorry.
Holy shit!
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I don't like that,
dude.
I hate G2 that much that I don't hate them. That's a terrible word to use. I dislike G2 so much that I don't want them to win. Just like I don't want C9 to win. So. Oh my god! All right. No matter what team, it could be Fnatic. Fnatic's gonna win. So no matter, I'm not picking G2. So they're not gonna get that out of me. No one's ever. Like, my friend told me, when are you going to get a G2 icon when they win Worlds?
Oh my god. Hey, they almost won Worlds. Does that count?
Oh, going 0-3? Yeah, that's almost winning, right?
Hey, man. FPX were good that year. I don't know.
Okay.
You know FPX were good, too. So don't even try that.
No, wait. What, the analyst desk except Jat was the only one that picked
I'm talking about me personally. What the fuck those stupid analysts are talking about? They don't even fucking watch the LPL. FPX literally should have been an MSI that year. Should they not have been? They got upset by JDG.
They got upset by IG. That's who went.
No, they got FPX weren't in the finals because they got upset by JDG IG
Oh,
faced
yeah, you're right.
JDG in the finals.
I'm saying IG went to MSI though.
Yeah, and good God, you know how that went. Okay, so if Misfits face G2, I'll say
It doesn't matter.
I have to predict G. I have to believe GT's going to Worlds, man. I have to believe this shit.
Okay.
Just let me have my hopium, dude. I'm on max levels of crack, hopium, meth, anal sex with dudes. All right, so if Misfits go, okay, this guy's okay. So if Misfits go down and they face, no. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, so let's say if Misfits beat Fnatic and Fnatic's out for the rest of the year and they face G2, I think G2 win 3-2. I think with either scenario, whether you get Fnatic right here or Misfits right here, I think G2 win 3-2. But I need that Fnatic G2 storyline on Sunday. Dude, that's going to be hype as fuck if G2 and Fnatic face each other on Sunday. That's going to be fucking crazy. Because, yeah, next week is the end. So, we'll have to see. So, yeah, Fnatic defeat Misfits 3-2. Mad Lions beat Rogue 3-2. G2 win 3-2 against whoever faces them on Sunday. That's what I'll say. And with that, we had a pretty good show, actually. Yep. All right. Anything else you want to say, man, before we head out of this, actually?
LEC is fun to watch. I would recommend anyone who watch LCS to watch it. The games outside of the G2 series, all the series have been fun. One last thing. Mm-hmm. RNG versus LNG, and if RNG loses, they don't have a second chance because they didn't place high, so they could possibly not make Worlds. So if anybody is up and can watch it, it's RNG versus LNG. LNG has been like the surprise team of the. I know this is not LEC, but just in case anybody wants to watch a good match, it should be good to watch.
Always throwing that shade in there. Holy shit. Because if you guys are familiar with the LPL, Suning, Top, on IG, JDG, not making Worlds this year.
All the teams from last Worlds is not there. So it's going to be 3 brand new
batch of teams. Potentially, yeah. Well, EDG, let's be honest with you, EDG is probably going to make it, though. They're like one of the best teams in the world at this point.
Yeah, so regardless what happens, only none of the teams from Worlds last year
are making it this year.
Can make it to Worlds. So it's going to be 3 new teams, which shows the region is really strong. So
yeah, like my thing here, I'll tell you this afterward. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for all of the support you guys do give. There's the views that we do get on the replay, which has been really incredible. You know, I just obviously want to say thank you guys for being here. You know, I never say this generally because this is mushy horse shit that I don't fucking talk about generally, but I want to say thank you to Warren for always being here. You know, he doesn't have to be here. He doesn't have a good life outside of without me anyway, so I'm going to hell, dude. I am going to personally.
I hope you become sterile.
That came out so good, and then it went to the fucking shitter. That's like your wife telling you she's pregnant, and you're like, I mean, is that mine?
I hope you become sterile. You can't have kids. I hope so.
I was gonna adopt a Chinese baby anyway. So, joke's on you, I guess. But no, I'm just kidding. So, I do want to say thank you to Warren for being here. And I do want to say thank you to all the viewers we do have. You know, it doesn't really matter about having a big chat or fucking a ton of people watching. The interaction we do get here is genuine. People genuinely want to talk to us, and it's fine. I'd rather talk to you people than talk to some stupid Reddit people who are fucking going crackhead mode on fucking perks or some shit. I'd much rather talk to you people and then, you know, school you guys in my League of Legends knowledge that I have all in my head. So yeah, see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, most of all enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and Way of Life Esports is signing out. As I said before, we're going to have dedicated LEC episodes for playoffs when it comes to like spring and summer. But for the regular season, I'll add the LEC topics to the, you know, regular show we normally do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to say before we head out of here?
I'm just watching the Nicole T on Twitch right now.
I don't even know what to say.
Remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend, and you came right as she touched your leg? It was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speed so it'd seem like you nutted at just a woman's
Thank you guys who has been here. Zilak, Hanlu.
Yeah, Ziak, Hanlu. There's always another guy here too. Sean Avery, when he pops up, he's always pretty cool to talk to. Alright guys, see you later. Your boys made shitloads of content this week. I took an extra day off of work this week to rest up. I feel pretty good. Actually, I'm just gonna just chill back, relax. Start The Flash season 6 tonight, actually. Started
God bless your heart.
I'm trying. It's okay, I'll say this, it's not bad. But there's moments where it's like, come on, what the fuck are we doing here? You know? But Superman and Lois is over now. If you guys follow my main YouTube channel, you'll pretty much see me more there if you want to see us more there. But yeah, all right, guys, peace. See you next. Oh yeah, see you next week. So the show should be between. What days do you have the show? LCS for playoffs is now starting Thursday, so we gotta have the show done on Tuesday. So between Monday, Tuesday should be the regular times for the shows usually. Monday, Tuesday. See you guys next week. Peace.